Ipswich and Hull run away with it over in League One, but what about the chasing pack as Plymouth enter the top 6? We'll get to talk about that. How much more next? Matchday number 7 out in League. And we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe. We're getting back up to date with all things League One related, Blackburn Rovers related. Whoa, football related. That's right, we got it all here under one rooski. That's right, boys, we got it all here under one rooski, of course. Yeah, Ipswich back to winning ways. Hull continue to do the thing that they did do last season, but Plymouth could be the story of the season as they squeeze in the top 6. And I want a big shout out, of course, to the Patreon gang supporting the channel behind the scenes. You know who you are. Respect to your brothers and sisters for supporting the channel. And anyone else is out there who wants to join the VIP gang, they're forever brothers from another mother. Get stuck in the old description down below. But let's waste no more time because I've wasted a bunch of it already. Let's get into it and have a look at how we all got on last time around then, shall we? Of course, games taking place. Double bubble this week. Double bubble across the EFL. Now, this might be right or might not be right. But anyway, if you're 0 to 4, you're in the shit-face gang. 5 to 9, you're in the straight-face club. 10 plus, you're in the top B. That's the top banana. So let's take a look at it. First and foremost, it was Milton Keynes Dons picking up a big fat 2-0 win over Gillingham. That's right. Actually went 2-0 the other way. I do believe in Dominic Samuel, but today wasn't his day. Cameron Jerome scoring for the MK Dons. Carlton Morris as well, getting MK Dons a big fat W, moving in the right direction. Of course, they're bringing in Andy Fisher. Did not play today. Of course, Keogh as well. They might have a nice little defence working them for them these days. Up to 19th in the table. Gillingham tumbled out of the top 6. Meanwhile, Wimbledon lost to Shrewsbury 1-0. Shrewsbury on the move as well, up to 16th now with a big fat one and only win on that goal. Goal scorer for them was Leon Clark, of course, ex-goal scoring machine there. Bristol Rovers against Burton, that ended up, what was it, all square, 1-1 in the end. The goal scorers on the day for that bad boy. Bristol Rovers took the lead. James Daly on the score sheet. Kane Hemmings on the score sheet for Burton to level it, taking home a bit of the points. So far, terrible for me. Charlton, though, did beat Wigan 1-0 on the day. Actually, won with a 3-1 win myself. The one and only goal scorer for Charlton. Of course, new manager, a new owner these days, Jake Foster-Caskey, giving them all 3 points on this one. Crewe, Alexandra, Blackpool, another draw. 1-1 in the end. I think Blackpool will be happy with that one. Mikael Mankron on the score sheet for Crewe. Grant Ward giving Blackpool a share of the spoils. Fleetwood Town, guess what, folks? Guess what? It's another draw. It's a 0-0 draw on this one. Again, Charlie Mulgrew, I'm having a quick look at this one. Did he start? I don't think he started. Did he start? Did they throw him in the deep end? Just interested. No Charlie Mulgrew there. I'll be interested to see what goes on with him. He did come on, though. He did come on for some game time. 0-0, final score. Nothing to get excited about there. I went with the 2-1 win myself. Ipswich did beat Accrington Stanley, though, 2-0. That's right, to move top of the pops. That's right, goal scorers for Ipswich. Gwyn Edwards scoring goals right now. Freddie Sears as well, getting themselves 2 goals, 3 points as well. 3-0 for me. Peterborough did beat Oxford United. Actually, with a 2-1 win myself for Peterborough on this one. Again, Peterborough looking very, very smart these days. Joe Ward, Skricky Dembele on the score sheet as well as Peterborough move up to 4th in the table. Plymouth, though, story of the season so far, 2-1 winners over Northampton Town. Actually, one of the 1-0 win for Plymouth. Called it, lads, called it. The 1-0 goal scorers for them. Frank Newell, Cullen Watts, Ricky Cordoba as well on the score sheet for Northampton to give themselves a bit of hope, but unfortunately nothing. Portsmouth, though, they chundered to Doncaster. Good result for them, finally moving in the right direction. Reece James on the score sheet for Doncaster, taking the 3 points. Actually, with a 3-0 win for Pompey. Rochdale Hull, well, was a one-sided affair, 3-0 in the end. Actually went with a 1-1 draw. What was I thinking? Goals on the day, though. Malik Wicks with a couple of goals. Josh McGuinness as well to wrap it up. All 3 points. And finally, the Battle of the S's. Swindon against Sunderland. Only 1 team in it, and it was a Sunderland victory. 2-0 on the day. And the goal scorers were Charlie Wyke and Chris Maguire on the score sheet to give them 3 points and move them into the top 5. And as you can see, I got myself 5 out of 12, which is pretty poop. Alrighty then, let's take a little look at how that's affected the table then. Let's get into it. Ipswich, of course, lead the charge at the moment. Hull City in 2nd. Lincoln City up to 3rd, though. Peterborough, Sunderland and Plymouth make up your power 6th. Foot the table was Oxford. What's going on wrong there? I don't know. I don't know myself. Did you have a game in hand? And with that game in hand, they could mathematically rise up as high as 16th. Rochdale, Northampton and Burton going down as it stands. I'm sure that's going to change very, very soon. Of course, double match week this week. What about you guys then? Let's take a look at your pickaroonies. Let's get into it. We are QPR, not too bad. Liam Martin did bits. Yannick Bossa, not too shabby. Joachim Johansson, well done to you, sir. Well done, well done, well done. Finn and Luke did okay. Homie Ascaville, the Mexican sniper, also did very, very good as well. Okay, did okay. Brad Pittford did poop. Excuse me. Victor Carvalho, not too bad. Nathan Eva, well done to you as well. As did Shepherd, very, very good, very, very good. Of course, Pigeon gets much more love. What else do we have? Gaming Charlie, how did you get on? You did all right. LG and Cal, not too bad as well. We got Ultra, very good. And Cody Cahoe did very, very well. Very, very good picks are all around the ball. Better than me anyway. Jonathan Sandman, not too bad. Russell Frost did good as well. And STFC Jenko did very, very well as well. So let's take a look at the leaderboard then. Here it comes at you. Brad Pittford, not the greatest this week, but the rest of the chasing bag, all very, very close indeed. But Russell Frost, and we are QPR. Are your prediction kings of this week? Of course, much love to the patrons as well. There they are, all of them in abundance. So that's your week 7 leaderboard. But what about your overall leaderboard? Well, let's get into it. Have a look at it, shall we? Let's not muck about. It's coming at you thinking fast. I know, D-Man. I know you're the same guy as High. I know. I need to change that up. But anyway, Russell Frost is your overall leader at the moment. He is your king. Respect your king. LG and Cal, though, very, very hot on his heels, second spot. And again, another chasing pack in the old pictures there. Joachim Johansson, very, very good. Shepard's doing bits in the top 10 alongside Cody Cahoe. Nathan Evans also in there, and Alcha Omamura alongside Omar Esquivel in the middle of the pack. Get stuck into it, fellas. Get stuck into it. But it could all change right here, right now, as we enter match day number 8. Of course, a lot of games this week, double match day. So let's talk about it. Let's get into it and take a look at these bad boys. Shrewsbury up against Bristol Rovers. These two sides played each other 28 times, 10 victories apiece, 8 draws as well. The last 6, these 3 wins for Shrewsbury, 1 win for Bristol Rovers, and 2 draws. They did play each other at Bristol Rovers. Back in February 2020, it was a 1-0 win for Shrewsbury. That's time they played each other in Shrewsbury. Was a 7-goal thriller. That's right, Bristol Rovers coming out on top. Tony Craig, Ollie Clark, Obi Ogobogo, and Liam Shercombe on the score sheet with Josh Laurent, Oliver Norburn on the score sheet for Shrewsbury. Heading into this, Shrewsbury looking good at the moment, unbeaten in 5 games across all competitions. Meanwhile, just 1 defeat at the past 4 for Bristol Rovers. That's against Oxford in the old Johnston's Pate Trophy. Quick look at the bookmakers' odds to give you a nice edge. Even Stevens for this one. 5-2 is your draw. 30-5 is Bristol Rovers on this one. I do like Shrewsbury to a point, but I think they will get over the line on this one with a 1-0 win. And again, with the win in this match, they could shoot as high as... Where could they shoot? They could shoot as high as, believe it or not, I'll tell you where they could shoot as high. Just if you just give it, I said, hang on, they could shoot themselves as high as, believe it or not, up as high as 9th. That's right, with 9 points in the board. Gillingham taking on Portsmouth this coming match day as well. These two sides play each other 18 times, 9 wins for Pompey, 5 wins for Gillingham, and 5 draws. The last 6 though, 3 wins for Gillingham, 1 win for Portsmouth, and 2 draws. They played each other in Gillingham back in New Year's Day, actually. 1-1 with Gareth Edwards and Alex Djurbajevic on the score sheet for Gillingham. Heading into this, Gillingham actually just 1 win in the past 5. That was a 3-1 win against Oxford, who's everyone's beaten Oxford. Meanwhile, Pompey won defeat the past 4. That was against Doncaster just this previous match day. Quickly, the bookies' odds on this one, though, shall we? 5-2 for Gillingham, 12-5 is draw, 21-20 is your away win. Portsmouth coming to this in 10th, Gillingham coming to this in 8th. Sort of mid-table contrast this one. Win for Gillingham, they could go as high as 2nd in the table, and a win for Pompey could get them in the old playoffs if they were to be victorious. I do like Gillingham, but I do like Portsmouth as well. But I'm going to give it to Dominic Samuel and co with a 2-1 win. Take it to the house. Next up, we have Accrington Stanley up against Fleetwood Town, of course. Charlie Mulgrew, now a player over there, so that's going to have a bit of weight. He's still a Rover, but anyway, these two sides play each other. Where are we? Accrington Stanley taking on Fleetwood Town. They've played each other an impressive 9 times. 3 wins for Accrington, 4 wins for Fleetwood, and 2 draws. The last 6, though, sees 2 wins for Accrington, 3 wins for Fleetwood, and 1 draw. Of course, that draw was, in fact, it's a bit of a weird one. They did play each other in the Johnson's Pate Trophy back in January, and it was a 2-2 draw. Accrington Stanley coming out on top with the penalties, I think. That was over in Fleetwood. Last time played each other in Accrington was also in the Johnston Pate Trophy. I guess it must have been 2-legged affair. It was a 2-1 win for Accrington Stanley. Last time played each other in Accrington in the league was a 1-0 win for Fleetwood Town. Heading into this, Fleetwood actually can see at least 2 goals in the last 4 away matches, but they've got Charlie Mulgrew now. They come to this unbeaten in 3 in all competitions. The last defeat was against Rochdale and the league. Meanwhile, Accrington Stanley actually the first defeat in 4 for them, losing to Ipswich this previous match day. Of course, heading into this, the bookies' odds 7-4 for Accrington Stanley. 23-10 is your draw. 6-4 is your away win. That is for Fleetwood Town. Of course, heading into this, Fleetwood will rise up to as high as 10th. 7 points with 10 points. 7th place with 10 points if they would be victorious. Accrington Stanley, though, they were doing very, very well. They're actually in 9th spot at the moment. If they would go victorious, they could go as high as 4th. I am actually going to go with A 0-0 draw, that's right. No Charlie Mulgrew a factor in that one. Next up, Lincoln City up to third at the moment, taking on Plymouth Argyle, who are in sixth. Top of the table, crunch clash. These two sides play each other just twice. What am I doing? Is this right? They're taking each other twice. Sorry, I'm losing it here. Lincoln City taking on Plymouth. These two sides have played each other, not twice. They played each other 27 times. 11 wins for Lincoln City. 9 wins for Plymouth and 7 draws. The previous 6 though sees 1 win for Lincoln, 4 wins for Plymouth and 1 draw. Last time played was in Plymouth. It was in the FA Cup back in 2013. It was a 5-0 win for Plymouth. That's right. Ruben Reid with a hat-trick. Andrew Boyce with a big fat OG and Lewis Alexandra on the score sheet for Plymouth. Last time they played each other in Lincoln was a 0-0 draw, also in the FA Cup. It was a replay, then they got spanked. But last time they played each other in the league was in League 2 back in 2002. And it was a 1-0 win for Plymouth over in Lincoln. Plymouth have actually kept a clean sheet in the last 4 matches in the league. And they're coming into this bookies odds. What do we have on this one then? 21-20 for Lincoln, 25 draw, 5-2 is your away win. Plymouth, looking good right now, up to a 6. The win for them could actually go into second spot. Win for Lincoln, they could go top of the pops if they're to be victorious and everything else goes their way. I'm going to go with a Lincoln victory though. Atherton's boys going to grind out the result and get themselves moving again in the right direction. Oxford up against Milton Keynes Dons, of course, Andy Fisher and Andy Keogh, hopefully going to make up their back line. They're, of course, Andy Keogh, a veteran defender, doing very, very well right now, picking up, they're at a 19th spot at the moment. Anyway, these two sides are locking horns for what would be the 13th time. 6 wins for Oxford, 2 wins for Milton Keynes Dons and 4 draws. The last 6 though, it's 2 wins apiece and 2 draws. Last time I played each other was in Milton Keynes and it was a 1-0 win in League 1 back in December 2019. Last time I played each other at the Kazan was a 3-1 win for Oxford. That was a New Year's Day 2018. Of course, heading into this, Oxford back-to-back defeats for them. Very, very not great for them at all. Meanwhile, heading into this, MK Dons just 1 defeat the past 4 games. That was against Portsmouth in the league. Quite a few games back, actually a couple of games back. And then heading into this, MK Dons are 30-5. Oxford are stone cold favourites 2019 on, even though they are struggling. 30-5 is your draw on this one. Of course, Oxford coming to the bottom of the table where the win can actually see them leapfrog above Milton Keynes all the way up as high as 16th. And the win for Milton Keynes in 19th could actually go as high as 10th. Of course, they got Fisher these days. Could be a deciding factor, but I still expect Oxford to come out on top with a 2-0 win. Sunderland take it on Crewe Alexandra. Crewe Alexandra coming to this in 13th. Sunderland up as high as 5th at the moment. These two sides have played each other. Man, I'm all over the place here. They've played each other 10 times. 7 wins for Sunderland, 1 win for Crewe and 2 draws. The last 5 sees 2 wins apiece and 1 draw. Last time played each other was in the Championship back in 2005. I was over in Crewe. It was a 1-0 win for Sunderland. Stephen Elliott on the score sheet for Sunderland. Last time they played each other in Crewe. Was in the league. Well, last time actually they did play in the League Cup. It was a 3-3 draw going in favour of Crewe back in 2004. But last time they played each other in the league was in the Championship as well. It was a 3-0 win for Crewe over at wherever they play their games. It doesn't really matter anyway. The last time they played each other in Sunderland was a 3-1 win for Sunderland back in 2004. Carl Robinson, Marcus Stewart, Stephen Elliott as on the score sheet. Mark Rivers as well. Sunderland undefeated in the last 12 matches at home in League 1. They come into this unbeaten in 6. Crewe unbeaten in 4. Looking to get another 3 points in the bag. Either side, this side. Going to go with the bookies odds. Do we have any bookies odds on this one? Anyone in bookies odds? Bookies odds? Bookies odds? Bookies odds? No bookies odds on this one, but I'm sure Sunderland are your stone cold favourites. They come into this 5th, and the win for them could actually go top of the pops. In fact, no, they could go 2nd. A win for Crewe, though, in 13th could actually go up as high as 7th on this one. I'm going to go with Sunderland, though. 2-0 win. Take it to the bank. Wigan need a result up against Peterborough. Peterborough, of course, these two sides have played each other 11 times. 5 wins for Wigan, 2 wins for Peterborough, and 4 draws. The last 6 seasons, 1 win apiece and 4 draws, including a draw last time I played each other, which was in League 1 back in 2018. It was a 0-0 draw at the DW. Watford, Wigan have actually drawn the last 3 home matches against Peterborough. Sort it out, son. Peterborough actually won the last 3 matches in League 1, scoring at least 2 goals in those last 3 matches. 4-game winning run for Peterborough in all competitions. Meanwhile, 3-game losing run for Wigan in all competitions as well. Bookies odds on this one. What do we have on this? You got some odds on this. 5-2 for Wigan. A 12-5 is your draw. 20-20. Peterborough are your favourites. Wigan look rough as badgers' arse these days. Peterborough need a result to keep themselves moving, but I'm going to go with a shocker here with a Wigan victory. I don't know why, but I'm going to go with it. Next up, Doncaster Rovers taking on Ipswich Town. Are they going down or are they going up? Of course, these two sides have played each other 17 times. 8 wins for Ipswich, 4 wins for Doncaster, and 8 draws. Of course, heading into this, the last 6, 1 win for Doncaster, 4 wins for Ipswich, and 1 draw. Of course, last time played each other was that draw. It wasn't in League 1 back in September 2019 over at Portman Road. Last time played each other in Doncaster was in the League Cup back in 2015. It was a 4-1 win for Ipswich. Goal scorers on that day: Brett Pittman with a goal, Ryan Fraser, James Alabai, and David McGoldrick, with Andy Williams up and up scoring for Doncaster. Meanwhile, Doncaster actually undefeated in the last 6 home matches. Ipswich Ipswich have actually scored at least 2 goals in 5 of those 6 matches, and they actually won 5 of those last 6 matches as well. Beaten in 6 in all competitions. Meanwhile, just 1 win in the past 3 for Doncaster in all competitions as well. But they're looking good right now. The confidence is there, I do believe. Anyway, 7-5 for Doncaster, 15-8 for Ipswich for the victory, and it's 23-10 is your draw. Of course, Ipswich top of the pops. A win for them could they're actually second, but a win for them could actually see them leapfrog Hull and go officially top of the pops. Meanwhile, Doncaster coming to this in 7th, and a win for them could actually see leapfrog Ipswich in the process. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw, and I think Doncaster will be the happier out of the two sides. Blackpool taking on Charlton, of course, this midweek as well. These two sides played each other 62 times in the past. 30 wins for Blackpool, 16 wins for Charlton, and 16 draws. Oh my goodness. Last 6 though, 2 wins for Blackpool, 1 for Charlton, and 3 draws, including a draw last time they played each other, which was at the Valley back in February 2019 in League One. Last time they played each other at Bloomfield Road was a 2-1 win for Blackpool back in 2018. Ahmed Gwendolyn on the score sheet and Nathan Delfonso as well. Joe Aribo on the score sheet for Charlton. Heading into this, of course, Charlton unbeaten in 3 since the new regime started. Blackpool without a win in 5. Oh my goodness. Quick look at the bookies odds. I'm probably thinking Charlton on this one, if I'm honest with you. 5-4 for Blackpool, 21-10 is your Charlton, and 23-10 is your draw on this one. I'm going to go with a 1-0 win for Charlton. New regime and co. They coming into this in 15th, and a win for them actually could see them up to 7th in the table. Blackpool coming to this in 20th, looking very, very shit right now, but they need a result to move them in the right direction. Burton Albion taking on Rochdale. This will be the bloody hell. This will be the 14th time that these two sides played the previous 13. 8 wins for Burton. They've got 3 wins for Rochdale and 2 draws. The last 6, though, sees 3 wins for Burton, 2 wins for Rochdale, and 1 draw, including a 3-1 win for Burton last time they played each other, which was in Burton. Ryan Edwards, Lucas Atkins, and Liam Boyce on the score sheet. Callum Camps, who's now Fleetwood man, I believe, only goal scorer for Rochdale. Heading into this, Rochdale have actually lost the last 5 away matches. Burton have actually won 5 of the last 6 home matches against Rochdale in all competitions. Both teams are absolutely in horrible form. 1 win in 6 for both of these two sides. Rochdale last victory was in start of October. Last win for Burton was back in September against Accrington Stanley. Who are they? Moving forward, 70-20 on. Burton are your favourites for those from 5-2 is your 65 is your away win. Of course, coming into this, Burton are in 21st spot, Rochdale in 23rd. Relegation 6-pointer, if I ever did see one. It is tight to call on this one, and I can't call it. I've gone with a 0-0 draw. What about you guys? Make sure you get your predictions in. Of course, Hull City taking on AFC Wimbledon. Of course. Where are they on the old pissing order here? Have they ever played each other? I don't think have they ever played each other? I'm not seeing that they've ever played each other. No, this will be the first time that these two sides have locked horns, according to my knowledge. Yes, indeed. Hull coming to this, of course, looking very, very good at the moment, sitting top of the table, that's right. Actually, just 1 defeat the past 4 games in all competitions, and that was against Fleetwood, 4-1 loss, spanking in front of the cameras. Meanwhile, opposite form for Wimbledon, just 1 win in the past 4 games. That was against Swindon as well, a couple of games back for them. Quick look at the bookies odds on this one, 6-4 on for Hull. 4-1 is your away shot, that is AFC Wimbledon. 11-4 is your draw. Of course, Hull coming to this top of the pops, looking good right now, and again, could extend the lead to a whopping 5 points if they're victorious. Meanwhile, Wimbledon come into this in 11th spot, and win for them could actually get them into the top 6 as well. Dizzy heights for them. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win though for Hull at home. No problems asked. And wrapping it up, it'll be Northampton Town up against Swindon Town. These two sides played each other 25 times in the past. 11 wins for Swindon, 8 wins for Northampton, and 6 draws. Last 6, though, 3 wins for Northampton, 1 win for Swindon, and 2 draws. However, the last time they played each other at Northampton was a 1-0 win for Swindon, Jordan Lydon. That was back in February 2020. Northampton have actually lost the last 4 matches in League One. Swindon have actually lost their last 3 matches in League One as well. Northampton have also conceded at least 2 goals in those last 4 matches. 1 win and 5 for Northampton in all competitions, 1 win and 5 for Swindon in all competitions as well. Look at the bookies odds on this one, everyone. It could go either way. We've got 70-10 for Northampton. 23-10 is your 6-4 is your away win on this one. I am fancying Swindon to get something out of this one with a 1-1 draw. And if I'm right, if I bloody well am right, this is what the table will look like at the end of it. Hull will be still top of the pops, I believe. Yes, they would. And of course, Ipswich Town will be 2nd. Lincoln will remain 3rd. Sunderland 4th, Gillingham 5th, and Peterborough will be 6th. The further table, Blackpool struggling, Rochdale also struggling, Northampton and Burton are in the relegation dogfight as it stands. Be sure to get your predictions in. Of course, we do have the live action prediction league for your leisure. Get involved, my friends, and of course see if you can challenge for the leaders. That's right, my friends. Hopefully you enjoyed the video of double match week this week, so we'll be back again probably Wednesday for the next round of matches on this one. Till then though, give the video some love in, smash the thumbs up, smash subscribe, and I'll see you all on the other side, the dark side.